Of all the Android TV launchers I have reviewed in this channel, this is arguably the most feature-packed. The developer almost thought of everything. Do you want custom icons? You got it. Do you desire the ability to reshape or remove the bottom bar? Yep, that's possible. Or maybe you want to lock some apps with passcodes. That feature is included as well. With this launcher, you can customize a lot of things for a unique look. Let's dive in. Hello guys, and welcome to the channel. If you like Project TV or AT4K launchers, you definitely need to check out this new Monet Launcher. I came to learn of this launcher a few days ago, and apparently it has been out for a couple of weeks prior to this video. I will try and go through some of its features so that you can understand what makes this launcher stand out. Fresh out of the Play Store, you need to allow the basic permissions according to your preferences. I'm installing this launcher on my 2019 Nvidia Shield Pro. Since I have the stock launcher manually disabled via ADB, I won't enable the accessibility feature. The default look is a bit cluttered in my opinion, but I understand that it showcases most of the available layout options before you customize. I prefer having a single arrow at the bottom like I've demonstrated in previous videos on AT4K and Project TV launchers. As you will see in this video, that layout is also possible with this Monet Launcher, but with more customization options. By clicking the plus icon, I will first populate the favorite bar with the apps I frequently use. Ultimately, I intend to disable the cards row and app list, then pin the favorites to the bottom. But before we do that, let's first of all check out the launcher settings accessible through the gear icon on the status bar. At the top of the settings list is the default Android TV settings. Under the appearance section, we have theme, which allows you to set the launcher to light or dark mode. Next is accent color, which allows you to select the highlight color of the launcher. By default, it's on dynamic setting where it generates a matching accent color from the wallpaper. If I change it to say lime, you will see that some setting icons change to the lime color. Text color basically does the same thing, but on text elements. In this case, the clock text color has changed to teal. Under background, we have the options to set custom wallpapers or videos. The wallpaper blur option adds some blur effect to the applied wallpaper, but during the making of this video, it did not work with my Nvidia Shield Pro running Shield Experience 9.2.4. However, it worked well on the Google TV streamer running on Android 14. So, this is a bug that will probably be fixed in a future update of the app. You can also reduce the brightness of the applied wallpaper, which is very handy if you have bright wallpapers. Just like in Project TV, Monet Launcher can fetch wallpapers directly from Reddit. You can add your own custom subreddit like say car walls for car wallpapers, sort the wallpapers by category, set rotation interval between 15 minutes and 24 hours, as well as manually navigate to the next wallpaper in the slideshow. You can remove the subreddits by just selecting them when highlighted. I have removed the default wallpaper subreddit and let car walls remain. It takes approximately 5 to 6 seconds to apply a selected Reddit wallpaper. This delay is probably due to my slow internet speeds. In the home screen section, there's the option to configure the home screen rows to your preferences. You can set your preferred number of apps or media cards per row. I prefer a less cluttered screen, so I will disable the continue watching cards and all apps section. You can see the changes taking effect in the background. By the way, there's an option for widgets, which is disabled by default. If enabled, a row of widgets will appear at the top of your home screen and replace the status bar. The position of the rows can be rearranged as desired. However, I prefer widgets remain disabled for a cleaner screen. This is a much cleaner look. But according to Reddit, most of us prefer having the apps at the bottom. So, to do that, you can long press any icon and select Pin Favorites to bottom. Alternatively, you can go to the launcher settings and enable the same option under Favorites tab. Still under the Home Screen Rows section, if you are installing this launcher directly to a TV, you may also enable rows for live channels and TV inputs. But since I'm using an NVIDIA Shield, these options are not applicable. The Customize App tab has quite the list of options. You can select your preferred icon style. I like this transparent option along with the accent color. It really matches with the wallpaper. Or perhaps the forest green accent will match better? Yes, it does. That's so cool. I just love how you can fine-tune your colors to blend with the wallpaper. The next option in the list is the ability to set your preferred icon shape. I'll just leave it on the default. App size allows you to size the icons to your liking. Most users appreciate the option of loading custom icon packs. I'm glad to see this Monet Launcher supports icon packs as well. I personally like and use the Project TV icon pack that you can download for free from GitHub. Apps that don't automatically take on the custom icons, like this TinyCam app, can be configured manually. I prefer my icons remain transparent, so I wouldn't use the dynamic background option. I don't know who will want to use app labels, but the option to show or hide them is there. Sort order gives you the option to rearrange the icons alphabetically according to time of use and also manually. The last item in the custom apps options list is the hidden apps. This is where you come to unhide apps that you may have hidden. But after unhiding, you have to re-add the app to the favorites bar. Talking of favorites bar, the developer has included the option to hide the favorites background completely, an option I haven't yet seen in other popular launchers. You can also change the favorites background shape to one of the 4 options provided. You may have noticed this plus icon in the favorites bar. It allows you to add apps. You can hide this plus icon in the settings if you want. We are already 7 minutes into the video and still yet to go through all the features. Please show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Options under status bar include the toggle to hide or show the status bar background, or completely hide the status bar until focused. If you have widgets enabled, you can also hide or show the background like we did for the status bar. Under Continue Watching, you can enable or disable sources or set the number of displayed cards to between 4 and 20. When navigating through apps, you can enable or disable glow effect along the border of the icon or card. I personally prefer the glow effect color set to accent color for a matching look. The app logo color option will follow the main colors of the default icons. If I switch back to Project TV icons, you will see that the color of the border tries to match the main color in the icon image. It is however not that accurate and should be improved in future app updates. The pulsating glow effect adds a breathing effect to the glowing, which I like. Under the General section, you can change the app language, enable or disable navigation sounds, select your preferred time format, enable or disable enlarging of cards while navigating, and export or import your settings from a file. The developer of this launcher has also added some handy tools. These include an inbuilt auto start manager that you can configure to auto launch apps, and the screensaver which you can use instead of Google Backdrop. This launcher has many other useful features like folder support, renaming of apps, and the ability to lock apps with pins. Unfortunately, the pins can be easily bypassed by long pressing the app, select App Settings, then choose Open from the Android App Settings menu. This was an in-depth review of the premium version of the new Monet Launcher. It retails for about $2.50 in my region. Let me know in the comments if this new launcher meets your customization needs. You can also suggest new features or adjustments in case the developer sees this video. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers!